Monique Billings steps up, smiling, excited, ready to play for the Indiana Fever. She's talking about fans, food spots, and bringing energy. Nothing controversial, nothing dramatic. But if you look closer, this isn't just another signing. This is a moment where preparation met opportunity at the perfect time. And that's where things get interesting. You've probably heard the phrase before. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Most people throw that line around like it's just motivation. But in this case, it's real. Because Monique Billings didn't just get lucky, she stayed ready. And when the door opened, she walked right through it. Here's what happened behind the scenes. Injuries hit, key players went down, and just like that, an opportunity opened up for Team USA during the World Cup qualifiers. Now think about this. Out of all the players who could have been called, Monique Billings got the call. Not because of hype, not because of headlines, but because she was ready. And that one moment, it changed everything. Because that's where she got to play alongside Caitlin Clark. That's where the chemistry started. That's where the connection began. Not in a press conference, not in a contract meeting, but on the court in real time. And if you've watched Caitlin Clark play, you already know. She sees things before they happen. She doesn't just pass the ball. She leads players into moments. And Monique, she was ready for that. You could see it instantly. The pick and roll, the timing, the movement. Caitlin doesn't even need to look, and somehow the ball ends up exactly where it needs to be. That only works if both players understand each other. And somehow, they already did. But it didn't stop there. Because during the offseason, Monique also played with Kelsey Mitchell. Another key piece, another connection, another layer of chemistry being built before the season even started. So now think about this. By the time she officially joins the Indiana Fever, she's not a stranger. She's not trying to fit in. She already fits. That's not luck. That's alignment. That's preparation meeting opportunity over and over again. And then there's something else people aren't talking about enough. The coach. Stephanie White was also part of that Team USA experience. So now you've got a player who's ready, teammates she's already played with, a coach who's already seen her up close. That's not coincidence. That's a system coming together naturally. Now let's talk about what she actually brings to the team, because this isn't just a feel-good story. Monique Billings can play. She runs the floor, she defends, she finishes through contact, she can hit mid-range shots, she does the little things and the big things, and most importantly, she fits the pace. Indiana wants to play fast. They want movement, energy, flow, and Monique fits that style perfectly. You saw it in those plays, running the lane, catching difficult passes, finishing strong. Not every player can handle that speed. She can. But here's where the story takes a turn, because while all of this is happening quietly, there's another narrative getting louder, and that's where the tension starts to build. On one side, you've got players demanding bigger salaries, bigger recognition, bigger spotlight. On the other side, you've got someone like Monique Billings. No noise, no drama, just work, preparation, and timing. And here's the twist nobody wants to say out loud. Sometimes, the player who fits the system wins over the player who demands the system. Read that again, because that's the difference between hype and impact. Monique herself said something powerful. She talked about fit, about feeling wanted, about being valued. That matters, especially in a league where not every player feels that way. And when a player feels valued, they play differently. They play free. They play with joy. And that might be the biggest advantage of all. Because while others are focused on contracts, she's focused on chemistry. While others are building narratives, she's building connections. And in basketball, connections win games. So what does this all mean for the Indiana Fever? It means they're not just building a roster, they're building a system where players already understand each other, a system where the pieces actually fit. And if you're paying attention, you can see it forming already. The passes, the movement, the energy, it's not forced, it's natural. And that's dangerous. Because when something feels natural, it becomes hard to stop. So while headlines chase drama, the real story might be happening quietly. A player who stayed ready, a moment that opened at the right time, a team that's coming together piece by piece. And if this continues, don't be surprised when people start asking a different question. Not who demanded the most, but who made the biggest impact. Because in the end, basketball doesn't reward noise, it rewards execution. And right now, Monique Billings looks ready to execute.